Next, we're going to do a sprawl technique, which is another motion drill and skill that you need to have for wrestling. You got to be able to sprawl. And we're going to work at dropping that hip, picking that foot up. Okay, so when I pick this foot up, I drop this hip down. Okay, I don't drop to my knee. I drop all the way to my hip. I drop this hip and I square this other hip up right away, and then I circle up to my stance. Okay, so I'll show everything what I just did again. I pick this foot up. This foot gets picked up so that I drop down to my front pocket. Now I don't want to stay here with my hips turned. I got to square up. Now I chase my opponent and I come up to my stance. Here's an example with a partner. Steven's going to shoot in and attack me. I'm going to sprawl. I'm going to square my hips back up, and I'm going to chase his tail. I'm going to try to score a point. You're just going to react and circle back up. We'll come up to our stance.
You want me to really shoot for that?
Yeah, just halfway. He shoots in. I drop my hip. I square my hips. I'm chasing his tail. We come back up to our stance. That's a typical rep in a wrestling match, okay? I'm looking to score. I'm looking to go behind him here. When he shoots in, I drop my hip. I can't stay turned sideways. Steven's he's gonna pop his head up right here, and he's just gonna switch to a double. Okay, so I gotta turn that hip down. I gotta square right away. Thanks, Steven. So my sprawl has a couple steps to it that are really important here. I'm dropping this hip. That's 1, 2, 3. Okay, so when I circle up to my feet, it's really important. I sprawl, drop my hip. Number 2, I square down. Now I circle up to my feet because I don't want to do this. If I step up, I'm going to get ankle picked. I'm going to get cradled. I always circle up like a bear crawl. Hands down, head up, good stance. Here we got a little motion drill. These guys are going to hit sprawls. Go ahead and stance in motion on your own. Come on, stance in motion. Hands down, take it slow. They're going to hit a good sprawl when I tell them to sprawl. When I say hit it, they're going to sprawl. They're going to go through the steps that we just looked at. Nice and slow with perfect technique. Hit it. Good job, good job. Drop the hip, square the hip, circle up. Hit it. Hit it. Hit it. Good. Now when I have a young wrestler doing this, one thing, you guys can all go that way. When I have a young wrestler doing this drill, one thing I want to watch to make sure he's doing it right, and getting the rep down the best way, is when he sprawl and freeze, Dylan. Right here, I want to look at his foot. Dylan needs to bend his leg a little bit. He wants to get off that foot. Yeah, I want him dropping all the weight right there where his knee is. So I'm watching his foot. Okay, now he's going to square up and circle up to his stance. That was good motion. Ready? Do it again. He's in his stance, hit it and freeze. He's got his foot off the mat. I like it. Go ahead, square up, circle up, good stance. That's the sprawl drill.